Hello, good day, my people. Here is your one and only Okute Daily Talk from my own corner, bringing to you this Wednesday live broadcast from my own cabal. I have a very important news for my Biafran people this afternoon. Please, I want you to pay utmost attention as I go straight into the business of the day. I don't have much time to wait. This is just a brief broadcast, and I want each and every one of us out there, both the Biafrans, home and abroad, anywhere you are at the moment, this is a good news to the Biafran struggle. Pay Nnamdi Kanu 500 million, return him to Kenya immediately. Court orders Buhari government. The Federal High Court sitting in Umuahia, the Abia State capital, on Wednesday ordered the Muhammadu Buhari-led federal government to pay the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB Nnamdi Kanu, the sum of 500 million naira as damages following his illegal abduction and human rights abuse from Kenya. Okutenu reports that the court also ordered the federal government to return him to Kenya from where he was extradited to Nigeria on June of 19 in the year 2021. The court, presided by Justice E.N. Anyadike, insisted that the extradition of the Kanu from Kenya without recourse to the legal process was a flagrant abuse of his fundamental human rights, ordering the federal government to stop the prosecution of the IPOB leader. Justice Anyadike ruled that the government could not disprove the claims of the applicant that he was arrested, blindfolded, tortured, and chained to the ground for 8 days in Kenya before his extradition to Nigeria. Nnamdi Kanu's special counsel, Aloy Ejimakor, had approached the court challenging his extradition from Kenya on June 19 in the year 2021. Ejimakor told the court that the suit is sui generis of a special class and was primarily aimed at redressing the infamous unlawful expulsion or extraordinary rendition of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, which is a clear violation of his fundamental human rights under the Article of 12, subsection 4 of the African Charter on Human and People Rights, as well as a Chapter IV of the Nigerian Constitution. He said, in addition to the rendition, I'm asking the court to redress the myriad violations that came with the rendition, such as the torture, the unlawful detention, and the denial of the right to fair hearing, which is required by the law before anybody can be expelled from one country to another. I am also seeking to halt his prosecution, restore him to the status quo before his rendition on the 19th day of June in the year 2021. You will recall that on January 19, 2022, the High Court of Abia State decided that portion of the violation of Kanu's fundamental rights that occurred in 2017, even as I had made claims that bordered on rendition, the court declined jurisdiction on ground that rendition being related to extradition lies within the exclusive jurisdiction of the Federal High Court. This is what informed my decision to initiate the suit before the Federal High Court in Abia State, Umuahia. To be sure, the extraordinary rendition of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu triggered myriad legal questions that cut across the multiple jurisdictions in Nigeria and even triggered the international legal order to boot. In other words, the rendition has expanded the matter of Kanu far beyond the realms of the Abuja trial and opened up new legal frontiers that may be ventilated with the hilt before other courts and tribunals within and without Nigeria. Thus, this very case before the Federal High Court in Umuahia is one of such that is aimed at seeking a definitive judicial pronouncement on the constitutionality of the extraordinary rendition, the ones in the United Kingdom, Kenya, African Union, and the United Nations are in addition. I would like to seize this opportunity to express my profound appreciation to the highly competent and hardworking team of lawyers that I am leading at the prosecution of this complex suit. Special mention must be made of Barrister Patrick Agazie, Ifeyinwa, Tochukwu Arugbu Onye, Franklin Amande, Ohaeto Wazie, and Mandela Umeburogu. For case of reference and avoidance of any doubt, the following are the specific reliefs that I requested in the suit. So, Federal Government of Nigeria, Malami, the AGF, Abubakar, President Muhammadu Buhari, and all the Council of Chiefs, and all the security councils, you people have had the order, pay him 500 million naira and return him back to Kenya from where the government abducted him with immediate effect. This order was given today, being the 26th day of October in the year 2022. So if you people know how to pound in the mortar. If you don't know how to pound, then pound on the ground. The space now is open for the federal government to go into negotiation with Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, because what is about to come their way, it may be too difficult for them to handle when the time comes. Because any dog that refuses to, or how do they, that's the way we say it, that you know, any dog that death want to kill, that day will not allow that dead dog to smell, to have the smell of feces. That is what the interpretation means in English language. It is been hammering on the daily basis from the appeal court, telling the federal government of Nigeria, Muhammadu Buhari administration, and the AGF, Abubakar Malami, let this young man go. But you people refused. On daily basis, quantums of those who have put the country where they are, who have made the economy of the country where they are, who have made that almost every family in Nigeria are having a sleepless night. They are being released in quantum. The ones who refuse to be released, they went for jailbreak and free them and continue with their heinous activities across the country called Nigeria. This is the young man, a freedom fighter without an arm, just word of mouth, and with supporters who portrayed with their t-shirts being written free IPOB referendum, IPOB restoration, have been incarcerated for over a year, and not to talk of all the supporters of IPOB being arrested in different areas of the country, subjected to human treatment in different cells of the country. There have been those that have been murdered secretly without anybody knowing their whereabouts. This is the time it is called for peace. Release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. It is time for him to go. If you people refuse to hear this message, I am sorry, because it will be too late for the federal government of Nigeria when the repercussion will come. Because every work get paid, and everyone that is working in any company, there is a payday for them to receive their salary. The federal government is buying market they can never ever finish. They are buying market they can never be ever pay, no matter how much they borrowed from the international community. Hear the word now and hear it clear. Free Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, return him back to Kenya and let him go. This is a word, is a no for the wise. 2023, Alhaji Kwankwaso speaks on merging with another presidential candidate. I wonder which kind of a presidential candidate is this? Not with their politics. Very soon now, you will hear him that he have merged with the People's Democratic Party. That is PDP. That is where all these things is going. Believe me, believe it or leave it. They have already seen the crowd that the young man called Obedient Movement is pulling. Now they want to go into the reality of what is called politics, a dirty game. That is what this man wants to play now. The presidential candidate of the New Nigerian People's Party, NNPP, Alhaji Rabiu Musa Kwankwaso, has refuted claims that he will be collapsing his campaign structure for another flag bearer. Speaking on behalf of his principal, the spokesman of the NNPP Presidential Campaign Council, Ladipo Johnson, said it is too late for Kwankwaso to collapse his campaign structure for anybody. I hope so. He said those peddling the rumor that the former governor of Kano State will collapse his structure for another flag bearer are mischievous, adding that Kwankwaso is not ready to step down for anybody. Johnson made the comment on a program on Channels TV, Sunrise Daily, on Wednesday, monitored by okutenews.com and nigerianews.com. He said, no merger talks. Well, it is too late for merger, but there is no talk of collapsing the campaign. His campaign of the NNPP, his campaign or the NNPP campaign at any level at the moment with any of the party or any of the candidates. That is not on the card yet. What I mean when I say not yet is that we are going all the way to February 25th next year. Are you sure? As I said, we are focused on the elections. If you have the elections as people are realizing or postulating, there might be a situation for the first time where you do not have an outright winner. Then you all have to talk to each other. So no one takes that off the table. But as it were for the first game, to use a football term, Senator Kwankwaso is contesting. We are going all the way that I can tell you. I can tell you for certain that these rumors started months ago. So it is not out of what they see. Now, it is out of mischief, and we have treated this several times. And I keep saying that he has no reason to want to step down for any of the other candidates. We will listen to any of them who think they want to work with us, not us working with them. My dear, in every rumor there's an atom of truth. From what you are saying, you people are looking forward to March. That is what I am saying here. So let's leave politics and play politics. Johnson also refuted the postulation that the 2023 presidential election is between Atiku Abubakar of the People's Democratic Party, Bola Ahmed Tinubu of the All Progressive Congress, APC, and Peter Obi of the Labour Party. The NNPP chieftain, however, blamed the press for the postulation that the forthcoming presidential poll is a 3-horse race rather than 4, which rules out his party. He said, I can easily tell you why that happened. A lot of the press are situated down here in the southern part of the country. I don't want to say just Lagos. And I have told a lot of my friends in the press that you can't call elections in Nigeria without knowing what is going on elsewhere in the core north. We have made that mistake many times. In the activities that I said we have been involved in for the past 2 to 3 months. Senator Rabiu Kwankwaso is going around. I must admit that for one reason or the other, it was mostly in the house team. So except for pictures and videos that appeared via social media from members, recording and whatever, we didn't officially invite the press there. So I say that is one of the reasons why there might be views being postulated in the direction. I assure you that once things kick off next week and you begin to see the activities, then you will realize the groundswell of support that he has around the country. So that is what the spokesperson of the NNPP party is saying. He is trying to let us know that their party and their flag bearer have no intention of stepping down for anybody, no matter how much they offer them, no matter what the person think they have. That the person can only come to work with them if they so desire. So for me, in every atom of truth, in every atom of a rumor, in every rumor there's an atom of truth. Sorry to say, please don't mind my language. In every rumor there's an atom of truth in it. I am seeing NNPP merging with PDP or APC very soon. Mark my word. Sometimes I speak like a prophet, but it will always come to pass. For them to come out to voice this, that means there must have been approach from others, because if they did not approach him, definitely APC and PDP will lose Kano, because Rabiu Kwankwaso owns these areas. He owns Kano. He is the former governor of Kano State. So there's no how you come out and say PDP or APC will win Kano. So it is left open for them now to go there and negotiate with him. Maybe he's waiting for the right person to come, or for the right price to come, so that he can give up his presidential it's a flag bearing. Because for me, I know that they have been approached, but maybe they have never made the require from the party. So let's not forget that this is the politics, not the politics. It's a dirty game. PDP crisis. Mimiko dish article supports Wike and others. Let's see what Mimiko said. Former governor of the state, Olusegun Mimiko, has distanced himself from the presidential campaign council list of the People's Democratic Party, PDP, in Ondo. More problems for PDP. More problems for PDP. More decamp and more departure for PDP. Wow, what a war. Mimiko described the list, which named him as the leader of the campaign, as fake. The PDP chieftain, in a statement released through his special assistant on media and digital communication, John Paul Akinduro, said he will not ditch the Rivers State Governor Nyesom Wike. He further stated that he will not abandon the agitation for regional equity within the party. Akinduro disclosed that the inclusion of Mimiko's name in the list is an attempt to damage the image of the former governor. The statement reads, Dr. Olusegun Mimiko has undated the calls and messages from the general public and his political friends and concerned individuals around the nation, and in particular his teaming supporters across the length, breadth of the Ondo state. They are seeking clarity on fake news, making the rounds since yesterday that he had ditched Governor Nyesom Wike, Seyi Makinde, and their colleagues, governor, and abandoned the agitation for regional equity within the PDP. In particular, making a party member of Southern Extraction, it is the national chairman before the 2023 election. The report and the list that triggered it are fake and a deliberate attempt to model things up and smear Dr. Olusegun Mimiko. The media aide to the former governor noted that his principal was not consulted by anyone nor agreed to be included on the campaign list. He added that Mimiko is committed to the principle of equity, fairness, and justice, which he believes would help PDP win in 2023. Play the politics of inclusiveness, Alhaji Atiku and Iyorchia Ayu. Why can you people be playing a regional politics, yet you call yourself unifier? This matter keep repeating itself on daily basis. Even many people have decided on calling Wike a loser. Well, it does not mean anything as long as I've made his stand known to the general public that the politics that the APC are playing is no more politics but a politics. They want to use tricks to gain the seat, then they will ditch everybody when the time comes, because that is exactly what they want to do. You want to use the Southern when it is their own time to produce the presidency and dump them. How can you be the national chairman of the PDP is not, the presidential candidate is not, the deputy national chairman is not, the secretary general is not, then what is left for the south or southeast to gain from the people who have been in PDP for many years now? The answer is they are playing politics. It is no more a politics. So anyone that is telling me that PDP is playing politics, that person have to think twice, because what is happening in PDP, they have disagreed with every sense of inclusiveness in their party, other than regional party. That is what they want to play, and I pray that it will work out for them. They was coming 2023 without inclusiveness. There will be no any party that is going to ascend for that throne. That is the gospel and the simple truth. So let's move ahead, my dear people. Akinduro said, Mimiko believes that the PDP structure must reflect Nigeria's diversity if it genuinely wants to unify a visible divided country. And that is the gospel truth. That is why Wike is crying day and night. That is why Governor Autumn and the rest of them are shouting, let us play the politics of inclusiveness, fairness, and equity. They refused, knowing fully well that these people belong to this party and they have made immensely support and contribution to this party. Even the presidential candidate, who is the flag bearer of PDP, he once abandoned the party when he lost in 2019 and went back to his hometown in Dubai. Then 4 years later, you came back now to contest. And they are telling you, look at the way you are going to do it for things to work out for everybody. Let the North, South, and the Southeast know that, yes, you are truly a unifier. Include us in this government before 2023. You refused. Then you are trying to tell them or trick them that you will include them when you won the election, when there will be no time left. When you are making your decision on what to do, on where to take your contracts, on where to allocate funds for the federal projects, there's nobody there to speak for the Southern East or the South. And you are there telling me that you will do that when the election is finished. My dear, you have no plan of doing that. Even if they elect you tomorrow, you will still play the regional politics that you have already. Your people are seeing you as a unifier, but I myself, I am seeing you as a divider. You have already made ethnic sentiments which have divided your party, which have divided even the Northern Elders Forum you claim to support you. What a war. My dear Alhaji Atiku Abubakar, you can't win election like this. The earlier you do the needful, the better for you. Coming 2023 is not a child's play. You have been in this game for a very long time. So you're supposed to know what to do and do it at the right time before it is too late for you. So my good people of Biafra, the lovers of freedom and lovers of mankind, I am giving up this broadcast here because I still have a lot to give, because my broadcast is always coming in a form of a speech and advice. That's why I don't always like to make it that long. So please enjoy your day and try as much as you can to subscribe to my channel. Like it, share my content to your family and friends, because this good news is not only for your ears, it is meant for every ears in Biafra land. It's meant for every living soul in Biafra land. Whether your brother is in the village, is outside the country, once you have any contact with them, share this content, give to them. They need to know what is happening in Biafra land. They need to know what is happening in Nigerian politics. They also need to know what is happening in the Nigerian security system. Until I come your way again, I still remain your one and only Okute Daily Talk. Please, I am signing out. Do not touch the dial. Remember the culture. I will be back again with another blockbuster that will burst your bubble, because my duty is to make sure that I give you news on daily basis, every minute of the day. If it matters me giving you 10, 15 or 20 news in a day, as long as I have the strength, I, Okute Daily Talk, will do it. Have a nice day. Take care of yourself. and enjoy your Wednesday. Bye for now. Kenesiano.